thoughts on the year 2022 as we end it, but also what do you forecast in 2023? Very briefly.
Year 2022, as Parliament, we have done our bit, despite the flaws on the part of the executive and partly part of Parliament, because the leadership of Parliament is by the ruling party NRM. Ours will always be to keep them in check, but of course, leadership has lots of advantage, especially when it comes to approving bills or approving any resolutions of the House, even when the eyes are not sufficient and the nose are more, the eyes may have it. But I suppose, and I have not lost hope, we are pinning our hopes on still the leadership of Parliament having engaged them in 2022 to ensure that we execute quality for the populace, for the Ugandan populace. And we have hope against hope in the new year 2023 that we as opposition executing our cardinal role of ensuring that government is kept in check. We shall ensure that our legislative agenda, which we have pledged to ensure, to execute, that pledge is honored. And I suppose the rest of colleagues will rally their support behind the legislative agenda and even other programs that we have as the opposition, which include traversing the whole country, making consultations and also listening to them, having our ears on the ground, so that as we legislate, as we represent the populace, we do not leave them behind. Our role of oversight and appropriation always, we shall be accurate and spot on.
Okay, so 2023, what do we expect from the opposition?
Opposition definitely expect us to out from recess, expect us to resume from where we stopped, and our cardinal role being keeping government in check. We shall ensure that we do everything in our power to ensure that this executive, with its excesses, including the cross-human rights violations that we are contending with in the country, are brought to book. Those particularly that behind this, the culprits behind these cross-human rights violations. We have seen the West coming up with targeted sanctions. We shall ensure that we continue to advocate the case of the victims and also to expose the nakedness of this regime that is hell-bent on committing extrajudicial killings, abductions, kidnaps, even torture. All manner of human rights violations have been committed and continue to be committed. Ours will always be to condemn this in the strongest terms possible and to seek the support of the international community to ensure that those that are behind this, that are found culpable or even suspected to be behind these human rights violations, either sanctioned, as we have already witnessed some of the names, big names, have already been blacklisted among those that are being targeted on this new method of sanctions. Because the earlier one of the blanket sanctions, the economic sanctions, would even hurt the innocent. But if they would go out for those particular individuals that are behind the excesses, that are behind the torture, the abductions, those that are using drones to abduct Ugandans, and even many are still missing, and many more are mysteriously disappearing. All this, we shall ensure that we expose it to the entire world, to the international community, so that individuals behind this are actually brought to book, or rather sanction, as we have already witnessed from the West. The European Union and the United States have come out boldly to adversely mention a number of names, including those that you know, like Kale Kayihura, what he committed at his time when he was still in office, and even many others. You have seen Sabiti, you have seen many who have had even their accounts freezed, and even those that are supposed not to travel and have had their assets in those countries all equally frozen.
Let's talk about a united opposition. Is the opposition united? Are you guys going the same direction? Talk of the opposition political parties. As NUP, what is your stand?
We, as National Unity Platform, we are solid. We are in unity. I know we are one, in one accord, and whatever we sit down and caucus upon always comes to pass. I know the entire opposition may have issues. We already have allegations of having been infiltrated, but that notwithstanding, our message always to colleagues on opposition, because this particular parliament, 11th parliament, we have 6 parties in opposition, and they all know with their membership that a united opposition is strength. We as forces of change ought to be united so that we are stronger and able to deliver on the promises that we have, on our mandate and the promises that we have made to the populace.
Okay.